Ellen, are you not going to school again today?
No, I don't want to go. Just leave me alone, Mom. I'm not feeling well.
Sweetheart, it's been a whole month already. Don't you think it's time you opened up and told me why you're so reluctant to go? Did something happen that you're not ready to share? Remember, I'll never judge you, and I'm always here to help in any way I can.
Nothing happened. Just leave me alone, please. I don't want to be disturbed. Even if I tell you, you won't understand.
Honey, you know I can't just leave it be. You used to enjoy going to school, and it's natural for me to worry. Whatever it is, you don't have to keep it all to yourself. Please open up and tell me what's going on so I can be there for you and help you through it.
Just go away. I don't have anything to say to you. You're just being a nag.
I understand, Ellen. If you ever feel like talking or sharing later on, remember that I'm always here for you, no matter what happens. Please note that I am always on your side and ready to support you in any way I can. Hey, honey. We seriously need to talk about Alan. He missed school again today, and I think we should reach out to the school about it. We've already had to call him in sick for way too many classes. I'm getting really concerned about our son's well-being.
Could you not annoy me at work with this kind of stuff? Dealing with these matters is your responsibility, not mine. I have no interest in getting involved.
What are you talking about? You can't act like you have no responsibility in this. Remember, he's your son too. Listen, I really think he's going through something serious. No matter how many times I ask him why he won't go to school, he refuses to open up. We need to figure this out together and support him. That's what parents are for, right?
Don't worry about it. It's probably just some silly childish drama. Alan, you know him. He's always blowing things out of proportion and making a fuss over nothing. This time is just like any other. Just let him cool off for a bit, and before you know it, everything will be back to the way it was. Trust me, it's not worth stressing over. Kids these days, huh? They always find something to get worked up about, but it'll pass. So just give it some time, and we'll soon be back to our regular routine.
You might think so, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's really hard for him. He's always been such a bright and cheerful boy, and his grades were always so good before. And now, out of the blue, he starts saying he doesn't want to go to school anymore? Something serious has to have happened. So do you think you can talk to him? Maybe he'd be more comfortable telling you about whatever it is. Guy to guy?
Unlike you, I'm swamped with work. I can't afford to waste time on whatever trivial stuff he's caught up in. I've got my own responsibilities to handle, and frankly, I couldn't care less about his petty drama. So do me a favor and keep me out of this whole situation. He's a full-grown adult now. Let's just focus on our own stuff and leave him to sort out his own mess. No need to babysit him or worry about his well-being.
Fine, I get it. Sorry to bother you like this. It won't happen again.
Oh, and here's another thing that's been bugging me. What's up with that kid? He's been holed up in his room forever, and it's starting to reflect badly on the whole family, you know? He needs to realize that he's not the only one in this world, and there are others around him. If you happen to have a chat with Alan, do me a favor and tell him to step out of his room once in a blue moon. Otherwise, people might start getting the wrong idea, thinking we're treating him poorly or something. It's time he comes out of hiding and joins the land of the living.
Honey, please, I beg you. Don't say stuff like that to him. It's incredibly hurtful, you know? We still don't have a clue about what's going on with Alan. Maybe something happened at school and he's dealing with it silently. I think we should be more understanding and empathetic towards our son instead of pointing fingers at him. Let's try to put ourselves in his shoes and be there for him. Blaming him won't solve anything. We need to approach this with love and support.
Even so, I'm sure he brought whatever it was on himself. If a little trouble at school is enough to get him cooped up in his room, all it means is that he's a coward. If he can't deal with this kind of stuff in school, there's no way he'll survive in the real world. It's your fault for spoiling him all these years.
I don't think so. He's always had a good moral compass, and he's very sensitive to other people's feelings. He's definitely hiding something from me. When I asked him why he didn't want to go to school today, He said there was nothing he could tell me, meaning he might be okay to tell someone else. That's how it seemed, at least.
All right. Jeez, enough already. What's the point of us blabbering about it? What difference does it make? It's just a waste of time and energy, if you ask me. Talking won't magically change a damn thing. You should just quit the pointless chatter and focus on something more worthwhile, like cleaning the house or doing the laundry.
That's why I'm asking you to talk to him. Please. Can you try reaching out to him at least this one time?
Gosh, you really are persistent, aren't you? Listen, I've got a meeting in a minute, so stop messaging me. And don't bother me at work with this kind of crap again. Got it?
What time are you coming home today? You've been getting back awfully late recently. Can you come home a little earlier today? I'd like to talk to you about Alan.
Well, don't bother waiting for me, because I'm going to be late today, too. So do what you need to do. And remember not to bother me while I'm working.
Is that all you have to say? Our son's future is at stake here, and the way things are going, he might just end up dropping out. So please, find some time for us to sit down and talk about it soon. I can't handle this on my own, you know. We're a married couple, for crying out loud. Let's work together and figure this out for the sake of our son.
What? He's still refusing to go to school. That kid's got some serious stubbornness issues, doesn't he? Why does he have to make such a big fuss about it? It's beyond me. He's just being a pain in the neck, plain and simple. I don't get why he's being so difficult. Can't he just suck it up and do what he's supposed to do? Ugh, kids these days, I swear.
You know, I'm really worried about our son, and I want to do everything I can to support him. But the thing is, I can't handle it all by myself. I need your help too. So could you please step up and do something for him? It would mean the world to me and our son.
You know what? I've got an idea. I figured it out. It's high time we showed that little coward the door. Can you imagine? Once Alan's out of our house, we won't have to stress or argue about him anymore. All our problems will be solved just like that. Leave it to me. I'll handle everything smoothly. Trust me, it'll be a relief for both of us.
How can you even say something like that? That's your son you're talking about. I have no idea what you're thinking anymore these days. You need to get back in touch with your family.
You need to shut your mouth and do what I tell you. I'm the one providing for your useless butts. If you're going to backtalk me, then you could just get out as well. Don't forget who's calling the shots here. You're living under my roof, so it's my rules or the highway. Think twice before you challenge me again.
Dad, are you done yet?
Huh?
It's Alan. I've got Mom's phone. I couldn't let her keep suffering like this, so I decided to speak up.
What? Let her keep suffering? What are you on about? It's your fault for not going to school, and now you're trying to shift the blame onto me? No way that'll work. We're paying for all your school supplies, you know. I won't have a lazy slug like you as a son. Pack your stuff and get out right now. After that, I don't want to see your face at my house again. You're an embarrassment.
You're one to talk.
Excuse me?
You're still as clueless as ever, right? Can't you see? You're the whole reason I can't show my face at school anymore.
What? What did I do?
Some kids in my class saw you downtown last month. They said you were walking around with your arm around some young woman. And then they saw you go into a motel with her. You're cheating on Mom.
You little punks. What a load of bull. All this according to some punk kid. How do your stupid friends even know what I look like?
I've known some of them since elementary school, and it's not bull. They took a picture and sent it to our class chat. I've seen it. That's definitely you in that picture. And everyone has been making fun of me ever since. It was so awkward, I couldn't take it anymore.
Really? And what's your point? Even if what you're saying is true, do you think that's a valid excuse to skip school? Nice try, but I'm not following for your diversion tactic to make me look like the villain here. Let's face the facts. You didn't go to school because you're simply lazy. That's the plain truth, whether you like it or not.
I'm saying this whole entire thing is your fault. I couldn't tell Mom the truth because I didn't want to hurt her, so I've kept quiet this whole time. Even though it's been hurting her, I've kept my mouth shut. But I can't anymore. I have to be honest. I think she should divorce you.
Divorce? Are all high school kids so naive these days? Or is it just you? Your mother can't divorce me. She doesn't have a job. She's never had a job. Me, on the other hand, I make 6 figures. I'm the whole reason she's had such an easy life up until now. You really think she's going to intentionally abandon her secure little life? I think you'll find that she'll abandon you before she abandons the life I give her.
I'm sure life will be more difficult for Mom after she gets away from you, but I can get a job and support her.
You? Get a job? Don't make me laugh. Life is not that easy. What kind of jobs that pay worth a crap do you think are available for high school dropouts? Once you fall into the dregs of society, you'll be stuck there forever. You're going to spend the rest of your sad life crawling around in the gutters, scraping by to survive. And your mom is going to resent you the whole time. Just try and imagine that future, ignorant little brat.
Dad, it's clear that you're beyond help. There's no point in continuing this conversation because you won't bother to listen anyway.
Ha ha ha. Typical of you to run away like you always do. But I don't think it'll be that easy. I'm not letting you off the hook for daring to challenge my authority. You'll pay the price for crossing me, mark my words. Hey, Katrina, where are you? I haven't seen you since yesterday. What game are you playing? Get your butt home right away.
Mom is busy, so she can't come to the phone right now. If you want to say anything, say it to me.
Why would she be busy? Why is she gallivanting around when breakfast isn't even ready? That woman knows this kind of behavior is absolutely unacceptable in my house.
Well, actually, she's talking with a divorce lawyer at the moment.
What? A lawyer? What is she planning to do?
Yeah, a lawyer. Don't tell me you're so dumb you don't even know what a lawyer is.
You watch your mouth when you talk to me. I'm your father.
I don't consider you a father. Of course Mom doesn't consider you a husband anymore. To us, you're nothing more than a stranger now. You might not believe it, but it's the truth.
You expect me to believe she chose you over me. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Even someone as clueless as Katrina would have more sense than to ditch me. I'm her freaking lifesaver.
She apologized to me. She said she had been making me suffer. And she said that from here on out, we would be together and help each other. Even though she doesn't have any job experience, she said she would do her best for my sake. And I feel exactly the same way. No matter what difficulties lie in the future, it'll still be better than living with you.
Ah, you two really are stupid. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. If she wants a divorce, then she could do whatever she wants. If she wants to doom the both of you to miserable, poor lives, then so be it. I'm sure you'll both realize soon enough how good you've had it with me. But no matter how much you beg me for money, I'm not going to help you.
You know what? Trust me, we'll do just fine without you. Actually, our lives will be way better when you're not around. And hey, even if we hit rock bottom, at least you'll be right there sinking with us.
Wow, look at you, talking big for such a bratty little kid. So, you and your mom actually think you can take me down. Hilarious. I'd love to hear how you figure that's even possible, considering how clueless you both are.
Well, I messaged the other guy who took the pictures of you with the other woman. Even though it was humiliating, I sucked it up and asked them to send the pictures to me so we can use them in the divorce.
Okay, and? What does that have to do with anything?
And then something interesting happened. He got really excited when I told him we were going to use it for evidence. So he showed the pictures to his family, and I guess his dad was super shocked. According to him, the people in the picture were his coworker and one of his client company's president's wife.
Huh? What does that even mean?
It means the kid who took the pictures, Dad, is your coworker.
Who? What's his name?
Do you think it would do any good even if I told you? You obviously aren't close if you didn't even realize you had kids in the same year at the same school. So why would he listen to anything you had to say? I guess you suck just as much at getting along with your coworkers as you do with your family. Anyway, I bet you'll find out at work tomorrow. Even a naive high schooler can guess what kind of trouble you can get in with sleeping with your client's wife. Good luck tomorrow.
Wait a minute. If I were to walk away from work, all the years of effort I've put into it would go down the drain. Is that really what I deserve? Just for a little fling?
Just a fling? Wow, you don't even feel bad? I don't think there's any helping you with that attitude. Anyway, Mom and I are ready for the consequences of our actions. You should get ready too.
That's easy for you to say because you guys don't have anything to lose. Your mom is really the one at fault for letting things get to this point. I guess she's even more ignorant than you. If she had just dealt with what I told her, everything would have been fine. Or maybe it was my fault for deciding to marry her in the first place.
All you ever did was mock her for not having a job and belittle me, calling me useless. I don't want to see you and I don't want to have you in my life. The sooner you go, the better.
You know you owe me for providing you both all these years. What do you say, Alan? Do you want to keep the family together? If you do, I can provide you with an easy life all the way through university. All you have to do is tell me your classmate's name. I'll even pay you. How much money do you want?
Well, you are really just scum. That's why I've always hated you. I'm grateful that you provided the money for me to live up until now. But then again, I didn't ask to be born. You decided to have a child, not me. Then you decided to bully Mom while she was at home supporting your life. And you never decided to give me any time of day. Why would I want to live with someone like that?
What do you want? What is it about me that you don't like? I'm a successful businessman, and I can provide you with everything you've ever wanted.
You're asking me about what I don't like about you? It's too easy to answer. Everything. Honestly, if you could think of any good things about yourself, I would love to hear them.
Look who's a big man now when it comes time to talk. I've supported you and your mother your whole life. Now the both of you could just go to hell. I don't need useless deadweight like you dragging me down. Can't you see that you're the one responsible for screwing up my life? It's all because of you and your incompetence.
So you're just going to lash out, huh? Now that you realize how screwed you are. What a small man you are. You're an embarrassment. The following day, my dad must have felt a sense of dread unlike anything he had ever experienced as he walked into the office. Once the truth came out, his client promptly terminated their contract with his company, resulting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. The blow was so devastating that my dad had no choice but to resign. He swiftly submitted his resignation letter and cleared out his desk within the same day. The client, a prominent figure in the industry, wasted no time spreading the word about my dad, making it tremendously difficult for him to find employment elsewhere. But that's not the end of the story. The woman's husband decided to sue my dad for damages related to the situation. On top of that, my dad had to fulfill his obligations for alimony and child support after the divorce. Since then, we haven't heard much about his current circumstances, so I'm unaware of the specifics. However, a classmate mentioned seeing him doing manual labor around town. The once distinguished businessman in his expensive suits is now unrecognizable. I wonder if this will become a hot topic of discussion in my new school. My mother and I relocated to a different city to start fresh. It seems that the money we receive from my dad will be sufficient to cover my college tuition. However, my mom is working hard part-time while also studying for a certification to secure a better paying job. Despite the challenges, I believe my mom has long desired to work, as her eyes now sparkle with enthusiasm while studying and working. At my new school, I've managed to make many new friends, and I'm genuinely enjoying my time here. To avoid a repeat of my previous school experience, I decided to be open and share the details of what happened right from the start. Fortunately, my new friends have been sympathetic and incredibly supportive of my situation. For the first time, it feels like I have genuine friendships. Moving forward, I'm determined to focus on my studies, aiming to get into a reputable college and eventually secure a good job. My ultimate goal is to provide my mom with a better life that she deserves.